In this tutorial, I will be taking you on the basic tips on Corel Draw. As you are starting up your Corel Draw, what are the basic things you need to know? To start with, you can see the Corel Draw icon on your screen, Draw X7. Corel Draw is in various versions. We have X1, X2, X3, X4, and so on like that. So this is Corel Draw X7, meaning X17, X8, 18, X9, 19, and so on like that. Alright, so on Corel Draw 17, the first thing to do is to launch the application. When you're done launching the application, it takes you to the welcome screen. As you can see, get started. This is the welcome screen. So from the welcome screen, you decide what you are doing, if you are to be working on an existing project or to create a new project, that is new document, to start a fresh design. If you are starting a fresh design, you click on new document. And if you want to work on an old design, maybe you want to finish a work you've been doing before, you can just go to open recent. We use some of the recent designs that you've made. So from there, you just open it. And if the work you want to open is not among the recent design, you still have the open order. If you click on it, it will open your file explorer, and from there you select the design you want to work on. Let's go to new document. You want to create a fresh design, you want to start a new project. So you click on new document. After selecting new document, you see the dialog box that pop up. This way you firstly set your document, and from here you can see the name of the project you want to work on. Let's say handbill, HANDB, handbill. Then what is the predestination? Leave it at custom. The size, what is the size of your design? Let's say you are creating the design on A5. Then your unit of measurement, are you measuring on inches? Let's leave it on inches for now. Then the width and the height, this is mostly applicable when the work you are doing is not on a standard size like A5, A4, A6, and so on. Let's say you want to create something like maybe 2 inches by 2 inches. So at this point, you can still enter the dimension of the work you want to create. But if you select something like A5, for example, look at A4, you can see that the dimension have already been computed. So that one is a standard size. Then you have the number of pages. Over here you select the number of pages that your work will occupy. If it is 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages, and so on. Now we are creating just a 1-page design. Then the next thing here, the primary color mode, you leave it on CMYK. You create your design on CMYK color. Then your rendering resolution, use the highest, 300. The higher your resolution, the brighter your design. Then from here you can click on OK. So now you have successfully created your worksheet. You've created your document. Now to start with, what are the features of Corel Draw 17? The first feature you see here is the title bar. You can see the title of the document, the name of the document you are working on over here. Then the next thing, we have the menu bar. Under the menu bar, we have the file menu. If you click on the file menu, you will see new. Maybe you want to create a new document, new from template, open, open recent, close, close all, save as, and so on like that. Then we have the edit menu, we have the view, layout, object, effects, bitmaps, text, table, tools, windows, help, and so on like that. So you can see the various items on the menu bar. Then after the menu bar over here, I have the standard bar. On the standard bar, you will see various features also. I will still explain all these features after now. Then after the standard bar, we have the property bar. The property bar shows you the features of the item you are working on. For example, if I'm working on text, TEXT, it shows you the font size. As you can see, the font name, the font size, the features of the text. If you are working on a shape, let's assume a rectangle, it shows you the dimension as well of the rectangle, and so on. So that's how the property bar works. Then on your left hand side, we have the toolbox. So this is where all your tools are, like the pick tool, shape tool, crop, zoom, freehand, artistic media, a rectangle tool, and so on. At your right hand side on the screen, we have the color palette. This way you select your color. Now let's go back. to our standard bar. What are the usefulness or some features we have on this standard bar? The first feature you see here, this is new. Maybe you want to create a new document. I'm working on hand build now, and somebody just came up. I want to start another design. Maybe I'm through with this. Instead of closing Corel Draw, I want to start with this. I can just click on this new. In short, all the items you are seeing on this your standard bar, they are like shortcuts to what you have on your file menu. For example, this is new. This is open. You want to open an existing document. This is save. You want to save your work. Print, cut, copy, paste, undo. We have redo. Then we have search content. We have import, export, publish to PDF, and so on like that. So what you have on your standard bar, they're like shortcuts to the items you have under your menu bar. Now let's proceed. I'm creating a design. I'm working on hand build now. This is the title of the document I'm working on now, and I want to start a new design. I can come to my standard bar and click on new, or go to my menu, file menu, click on new, or I use the shortcut Control N, or I go to file menu, click on open to open a work, or I press Control O. Then if you want to save your work, you press Control S. Now take note of something when you are saving your design. When you are saving your design, you can come over here to save. You can press Control S to save. You can click on file, then you go to save your work. But take note of something while saving your work. When you are saving, remember, as a designer, you will have a lot of projects to handle. You should have a system of saving your work in such a way that while saving your work, you can easily locate it. One of the methods I usually adopt, which I would like to share with you. For example, I am on document folder now. All my works are saved on my local disk. Let me show you. All my works are saved on my local disk. Then on my local disk, I created folder for each item. You can see background folders, black photos. Over here I have pictures. You can see book materials, bookworks, the books I've published, books, these are books, ebooks. You can see burial program, calendar, camp t-shirt, cards, certificate, church programs, and so on. So over here, if you want to save your work, I will advise you have a system of saving your work in such a way that when you want to access it, you can easily locate it. Now I want to save this my work. I press Control S, or I go to my file menu. Then I want to save my hand build. I will look for the hand build folder, local disk, hand builds. You can see some hand builds that I've designed here. Then I named it. After naming it, I click on save. So over here now, I've saved it on my system. Apart from saving your work, how do you select your page size? Let's assume as you created a document, you did not select it at the initial stage. You can come over here to select your page size. Apart from that, you can also come over here to enter the dimension of your page, like what I said before, 2 feet 2 inches by 2 inches. Then I press enter. You can see that my canvas I've adjusted to 2 inches by 2 inches. And over here I can decide to choose the measurement. If I'm designing on millimeters, on pixels. Now let's go back to inches. I'm selecting A4 again. Then over here you see your page orientation. If you have to save your work, if you have to create your design on either portraits or on landscape. So over here you see your page orientation. Now another thing I would like to show you, let me just create a rectangle, give it a blue color. I give the rectangle a blue color. The next thing I want to show you now, because you will need this if you want to be sending your design for cross-checking and correction after each assignment I give you. What you do is you export your work. You export it either in JPEG, PDF or PNG. Now to export your work, meaning you are converting it to another format, you can come to File and click on Export. Take note of that. If you did not do that, over here on your property bar, you can still see the export option. That's the shortcut. You can click on it right there, or on your keyboard you press Ctrl E. When you press Ctrl E on your keyboard, the same thing happens. Over here now you select, I want to export it straight to my desktop. Then right here you select the format. JPEG, that's normal bitmap pictures. PNG, meaning portable network graphics. We have the PDF if you want to export it as PDF. So you just select any format. Now I'm exporting it as JPEG. Now while exporting it as JPEG, I am exporting it directly to my desktop. Then I click on Export. The first option you see here, what color mode are you using? Are you exporting your work on? Now look at the work on CMYK mode and look at the file size. This is 1.02 MB. Look at it on RGB. This is 186 kilobytes. So at times exporting your work on RGB is advisable. Over here you can choose the quality of your image. This is highest, 100%. Let's use high. Let's say this is 80%. That's 161 kilobytes. And you can still increase or reduce the quality of the image here. Then at this point you can still choose the resolution. Remember I told you the resolution determines the brightness of your design. Not only the brightness, also it affects the size as well. This on 300. Let's use 96 dpi. This 24.1 kilobytes. But while exporting, try to use the possible highest resolution, and you click on okay, let it finish loading, and you click on OK. So at this point you have successfully exported your design. You can see it on the desktop screen. So at this point I want to say thank you very much. In the next tutorial I will be explaining to you the tools on Corel Draw, all these tools and how to use them. Thank you very much and God bless you.